And also, if there is a possibility to bring one app where all the charging point operators can bring their charging stations on one single app for ease of operations, where the payment gateway is available, just like UPI is a common factor where you can pay to anybody today. Similarly, if there is a charging app that could be developed centrally, I think everybody could join the same app. Most of the countries where there have been a major success that has been achieved in electric mobility, countries like Norway, Iceland, Sweden, Netherlands, etc., all this has come on the back of very strong support by the government. So our government, we are very happy that the initiatives that have been taken by the central government. The GST is 5% as compared to 48 to 50% otherwise for the ICE cars in the luxury space that we are in.
So you have been setting up an open charging infrastructure in different regions of the country. What kind of challenges are you facing in setting up this charging infrastructure?
Well, first and foremost is the geography of the country. So you can understand we are a very large geography. We have set up 140 charging points. Most of this is at our dealerships or our group brand dealerships. We've also set up ultra fast charging station in BKC in Mumbai. So, there will always be a limitation for us that we, at the end of the day, are not a charging infrastructure company. So physical charging infrastructure will always remain a limitation, though we're trying as much as we can to be part of this journey. What we've done otherwise is for all our customers, we have created a My Audi application, which is a charging hub where a customer can define their journey where they're going from A to B, and they'll be guided on their journey to the close by charging points. We have 1,000+ chargers on that app, to the extent that customers know if a particular charger is working or not working. So there is a live feed that comes into this application. So this is our journey that we have had. We have set up, let's say, over 10 special repair workshop for the batteries, because we need to set up at our workshops and at leadership. So our investments is not just into charging infrastructure, also to maintain these cars. We have hundreds of technicians who have been trained on this because of the longevity of the product. Any car that we sell, we need to service that car for 10-15 years. So we are all preparing ourselves for all of this, and this takes time. Battery disposal, all of this tie-ups for battery disposals. So these are all the background activities that continue to be part of our challenges. I would say not challenges. Let's talk of opportunities. So this is the background work that we need to do, and this we are doing, and it takes time. I think we've evolved with a lot of learnings that we had from our customers, and we hope that in the coming times we will be able to penetrate more than what we have today so far.
How do you see this network of this charging stations which you have set up? How do you see it evolving in the future? Are you planning to get into any partnerships with other entities to expand it?
Oh, absolutely. All the ideas are open. In fact, what we have done, wherever we have set up the chargers, we already have partnerships that we have with the charging point operators. So this is always in conjunction with partners who have the full expertise on this topic, because we can contribute to some extent, but we also need, let's say, technical support or infrastructure that needs to be managed. So there are tie-ups that we work closely, and this is how we intend to also grow in the future.
How do you see, government policy, both at the center and the state? How do you see it affecting, the future of the EV industry? I mean, what is your assessment?
I would say most of the countries where there have been a major success that has been achieved in electric mobility, countries like Norway, Iceland, Sweden, Netherlands, etc., all this has come on the back of very strong support by the government. So this is the basis on which this shift can happen. So our government, we are very happy that the initiatives that have been taken by the central government. The GST is 5% as compared to 48 to 50% otherwise for the ICE cars in the luxury space that we are in. Otherwise, the government is also helping in making the charging infrastructure better. Apart from the state, some of the state governments also have lesser registration costs. So I think all of this is helping us. Well, if you say, is it enough? The answer will always be, we can always get better. We can always get some more support. Because when we sell cars in India, part of these cars are being sold if we import them fully, and let's say 90% of otherwise the cars that we sell in India are mostly assembled in India. So there is always that gap. If we import, the import duties are very high. So wherever there is a possibility for the government to help us, at least 5, 7, 10 years till the time there's certain percentage of penetration is achieved, I think that needs to be continued. I think what we expect from the government is a stable policy where we can plan for 3 to 5 to 10 years ahead of us. That's how we work. So I think in general we are very positive because there is a focus, very clear focus. Every communication that you hear from the government, from the ministries, is clearly on the electrification. So that to that extent, we are very happy. We just need consistency, and I'm very hopeful that this will continue and we will achieve more penetration in the times to come.
Is there any particular policy tweak that you think is needed, especially for the luxury EV segment?
I think most importantly for me, I would still say that if the wherever the state governments have given some concession of registration of EVs, that continues for the coming years, because we've also seen that in some of the states it's had been withdrawn. So suddenly when these kind of incentives are withdrawn, you see customers shying away from buying the vehicles. I think the most important topic still would be if there is a way that the government can help to improve the high speed charging infrastructure across the country. And also, if there is a possibility to bring one app where all the charging point operators can bring their charging stations on one single app for ease of operations, where the payment gateway is available, just like UPI is a common factor where you can pay to anybody today. Similarly, if there is a charging app that could be developed centrally, I think everybody could join the same app, and this could help improve that mindset of our customers, where they feel, I don't know where to go and charge. So I think these are some of the things which are a little softer, and some of the things where we need really concrete step so that the charging infrastructure improves and we are able to sell more cars.
The PM e-drive scheme has laid some emphasis on charging infrastructure. Do you think that is sufficient?
I think any effort that comes by is positive. There can always be things that you can do better, more, but anything, it's only helping upwardly. It's only helping positively. So I think that the talk itself, that you are showing a direction, is good enough many times for us to decide for our future products that this is the that direction that is coming from the government. So I think all of this is definitely helpful, as in when it gets executed on the ground in the real life, where we see it's whenever you come with these new ideas, you always will have challenges in implementing, and over a period of time then you do the course correction and then refine all of these ideas. And this is where the practically the real life ease to the customers comes by. I think it's a positive step, and we wish that it works well and we continue to get even more support from the government.